How is everyone? I wasn't going to do a video, but look, you know me, when something comes up and I have a thought about it, I have to mention it. So this is a video that's just going to address something that I listened to Don B stating. And maybe he's genuinely concerned about this. And look, I've got a lot of respect for Don. But look, he talks about persons of interest and the impact that we can have on people by sort of stating that they're a person of interest. But look, Don, I feel that you've got it a little bit twisted, because we don't make someone a person of interest. They make themselves a person of interest, and then we become interested in them. So do not worry. If we talk about someone and we have come onto the platform and we have speculated about things, that they have either done or they themselves have said. And if someone is on the platform enough to take notice of like what you say, what I say, what any of the other creators say, you can bet your bollocks to a barn dance that they will be listening to them. And they will actually be listening to them more intently than they will be listening to us, because these are the people that are at ground zero. And people aren't stupid. If they hear things being said, if they see things being done, it won't be us who again turns them into a person of interest. It will be them. So they are placing themselves at risk, putting themselves at risk by doing things, by saying things, and by putting themselves smack bang in the centre. Jodie Sue had a choice. She had a choice to come onto the platform, have her say, and leave. Not come onto the platform at all. Not say anything. Feel bad for what happened. We know she felt bad, because she told Candace, I'm so very sorry. So sorry. But she then chose to come onto the platform and get in there like swimwear. So again, don't feel bad because you're interested, or I'm interested, or anybody's interested. We didn't make them a person of interest, they make themselves a person of interest. We can make up lies. If you're going on to a platform and lying, flat out making up shit, then that's a different kettle of fish. But when they are saying things themselves, doing things themselves, it is them who are making themselves a person of interest. So with that being said, who are the people of interest? We have Jodie Sue. We have members of Jodie Sue's family. We have Candace. We have Grandis. We have Hunter. We have Summer's siblings. We have Brad, Chase. And these are just a few people. But what we also have to remember is there is a lot of people around this place. These people who have got themselves on to the channel and put themselves front and centre are not the only people who are involved in that area and the nefarious stuff that went on. Let's not forget, if we're accusing people of being embroiled in drugs, in trafficking, etc., then there is custom to that. There would be supply and demand. So who were they supplying to? Who was causing that demand? You know, we are but seeing a snapshot. We're seeing the people who want to be seen, who aren't scared of being seen, who either feel that they are above suspicion, or there is nothing to be suspicious of because they have no worries. So who's missing? Who is missing from the equation? Who is not front and centre? Who is not coming onto the platform? Who is not speaking? And who themselves have pasts that include nefarious stuff? We talked very briefly in the early days about David Britt and Robert Britt. So these are people who live a stone's throw away from the Wells property. And if we go back to Michelle After Dark, when she done a deep dive on the footprints that were found, it would appear that Summer's footprints were walking in the direction of David Britt's house. David Britt, for those of you who don't know, is a very nefarious guy with a massive, huge, long criminal background. And he himself has a relative, a young girl, who vanished off the face of the planet. Her name was Autumn. But look, we don't make people persons of interest. We become interested in people who make themselves interesting. So be interested in those who put themselves on the platform to be interested in, but don't make shit up. And don't trust everybody. I've been there, I've done it. Jose, I made an error of judgment. Well, I say an error of judgment. I still think he's a fucking weasel little shithead. And I'll tell him to his face. But look, there is a lot of false information out there, we know that. But these people make themselves people of interest themselves. So, do I feel guilty? Do I feel bad? Do I feel worried? Fucking don't.